delegates from the UK government to visit Nigeria over the refusal of Malami to release Nnamdi Kanu despite court order. And don't forget that in the time past, the UK government has been accused of not talking about Nnamdi Kanu's case, not doing much. Because I could remember vividly a time like that when the UK government talked to Nigerian government that this case must be talked about because a lot of people and from the lawyers, the team or lawyer of Nnamdi Kanu said that Nnamdi Kanu never had business or Nigerian government doesn't have the business to have even arrested him in the first place, that the man was kidnapped. At the end of the day, what they were saying is what the court has already confirmed, and that's the verdict of the court that this man was illegally brought into Nigeria. And I was seeing or hearing from a lot of lawyers saying that, he had a double citizenship. Because of that, so Nigeria has the right to bring him back. Not until when one of his lawyers came out and said, no, this man, before now, 5 years ago, this man had renounced his citizenship of Nigeria. So there's no correlation or there's no right the Nigerian government has to have even brought him in the first place. Because a lot of people were like, yes, he still has a Nigeria passport and what have you. So he went to the, what is it called, to the Kenya country to do a business, and he entered with UK passports. And that is why a lot of people have been calling on the UK that you are not doing much. This is your citizen. It is not as if he's having dual citizenship. And because that was the position the UK government was trying to put up, and they were not even coming out openly to say yes, this to own to their own chest, to own it to their full chest that this is our citizen. It is not having any relationship with Nigeria. But they are not trying, they were not doing that. Because we could remember when Nnamdi Kanu was in the UK, he was still doing this Biafra thing and what have you. And the UK government never arrested him or never cautioned him, never said anything. Because that is to tell you that, he was expressing his fundamental human rights. But when these people kidnapped him, because we cannot say it with confidence that yes, this man was illegally kidnapped from Kenya government, and there's no way Kenya government is going to escape this. They will never escape this, because you cannot tell me that Nigerian government will come to your country and take another person's citizens. Yes, the Kenyan government has been denying they know nothing. When like some people will say, when the jungle mature, they will talk, because we can see it clearly. They can deny it for all we care. And we remember when Malami was issuing statements when this man was brought into this country last year. Malami was telling us, with the help of, he said they brought Nnamdi Kanu to Nigeria with the help of other countries. He couldn't even make mention, meaning that whichever country he was referring to, they cooperated with Nigerian government to bring him back, and it was illegal. The government has done the opposite. And don't forget, again, the reason why the UK government will want to do this, because it's a slap on them for the fact that they have been pussyfooty. They have been dragging their legs concerning this issue. They knew quite all right, even before the judgment, because they must have weighed the whole thing, and they knew quite all right that it was illegal for them, for Nigerian government, to have brought this man into the country, because they were sitting on the fence, making it seem as if, yes, Nnamdi Kanu still have this Nigerian citizen or this Nigerian passport. No, he doesn't have it. His lawyer made us to understand that he had renounced his citizenship, from Nigeria. So why would Nigeria government to we now go to Kenya to go and bring him back? And that is why you see that they have been postponing the evil day. Honestly speaking, I was even fed up with the whole thing. But all I knew then was that they never had any case against this man. They were just holding him. Oh, some people say he's going to be there till after Buhari leaves. So then what happens? What happens? Even if Buhari leaves, by that time, you will not be an ordinary citizen. They will not be telling you that, oh, it was when he was in government. Just like what we are hearing from the retired general Enenche, that is now joining the obedience, and people are asking him that you have to tell us what you know, because you issued a statement concerning what happened during NSAS, and the man is telling us that he did what he did based on his allegiance to the Nigerian army. What does that tell you? That means he just said what the system wanted him to say. because we can see it clearly that it was all lies. All these lie Mohammed that are coming out to tell us all Kakambu stories, all of them that said nothing of such happened at Lekki Gate, they are just telling lies because we can see it vividly, and because they are working with the government, or some of them are benefiting from the government, they are looking the other way. And that is exactly, I'm sure by the time all of them, Malami or Buhari himself, by the time they leave the seat, they will not be telling you that they acted upon, according to the constitution. But thank God the constitution has really dealt with them and exposed them that you didn't do the right thing. Malami knew quite already he didn't do the right thing. And a lot of all these rumors and allegations of corruption here and there, those things are true. But they will use the government instrument to cover up a lot of things. And Buhari told us, don't forget, Buhari told us that this issue of Nnamdi Kanu will go through judicial processes, because I remember when the Igbo leaders, elders, led by the one of the eldest man, maybe politically, if I may put it that way, the Amechi, one Baluke, one Bazulike, that eldest man, not this Amechi of the Rivers, he led the Igbo leaders to Buhari to release Nnamdi Kanu. I think last year or so, so release, or this year, I can't remember vividly, but he went there, he led group of elders of Igbo extraction to Buhari to release this man. Buhari was telling them it has to go through judicial process and what have you. And even before now, I think about 2-3 months or 3 months ago, they've been coming out to say, this man, let Nnamdi Kanu leave. Let us use political processes. He says it has to go through court. Now it has gone through court, and see what court is saying. And they are now coming back because there's nothing Malami is doing that Buhari is not aware. I don't know who is controlling who, because I could remember when there was a time Buhari was interviewed. He said, oh, do you expect me to go against my attorney general? Because whatever Malami tells him, of course, that was the reason why he employed him, because according to law, or since his law inclined is this and that, and he has to do the bidding of the country as far as law is concerned. So he's the one that will be advising Buhari, whether he's telling Buhari the real thing or not. But I just believe that the two of them are working hand in hand. Even if you don't have knowledge about some things, somebody that you have employed, if the person is not, if there are some things are not clear before you, you can do your own underground investigation. And come to think of it, we still have the vice president who happens to be a lawyer, a professor, a professor of law, a son for that matter. So he's not a baby as far as law is concerned. If Malami is telling you otherwise, what of your VP that you have opportunity that the man is a lawyer, not an ordinary lawyer? So that's it, to tell you that they both know what they are doing. They both know what they are doing. The same game they played with Showore and Dasuki. Till today, there's nothing to write home about their cases. So who is fooling who? So it will be a shame that the UK government will not even intervene. Even before this judgment, the UN had told the Nigerian government to release this man and pay him handsomely. They refused. But some people have the opinion that, oh, maybe because it was the fear of the UN, and they are just trying to go through some processes so that it won't look as if, oh, yes, they were giving order or they were told to do something, and that was how they did. But now, the Nigerian court has done the needful. I don't even know why Malami is still hell-bent in holding this man. So let them go and meet them and do the needful. Let them go and meet them and do the needful and talk to them. I don't understand. It is just an embarrassment. It's so shameful. So shameful. So guys, let's hear your opinion and have your take on this.